Week 9 of the NFL season is almost in the books, and of course, this is a Vikings channel. Lots of things that we learned about the 7-1 Vikings. No big deal. But looking around the rest of the National Football League macro take on things, here are 10 things that we learned Week 9 of the NFL season. And yes, full disclosure, Sunday Night Football is going on. It's going to be about halftime. 45 seconds left. Mahomes is marching. Whatever. First up, number 1. Justin Fields for real, man. So even though the Bears lost, I mean, all of the outlets, ESPN, NFL Network, they just lost their minds, and rightfully so. Justin Fields threw for 3 touchdowns, ran for $178, which is the regular season single game quarterback rushing record. Nailed it. He broke Michael Vick's record. Also ran for a score as well, but the Bears. Bears that lost. I mean, and also the Bears. Oh, but it was pass interference on the last play to Chase Claypool. Okay, cool. We had a ref literally break up an interception and give a touchdown to the commies. I don't want to hear about referees this week. We win. We have the nut high for all of this. But I mean, Justin Fields, if they can protect him a little bit, and now they're getting in some weapons, I mean, he could be a problem. He could. And we said when Fields came in from Ohio State, he needed protection, he needed weapons. And they're finally getting him that in Chicago. So it could be tough in a couple years. I don't think it'll be this year, but it could be tough. And also, by the way, if Tua hadn't missed those games with those concussions, he would be in the MVP conversation. 100%. Next up, number 2, the Bengals aren't dead, man. Where the Bengals, after they got waxed, we got email waxed by the Browns on Monday Night Football. Everyone's saying, oh, Joe Burrow, fraudulent. Oh, we can't do it without Jamar Chase. Okay. Well, Joe Burrow is really, really good at handing off to Joe Mixon. 5 touchdowns. Are you kidding? Like, there's people who, in fantasy football, played against Joe Mixon and the Patriots defense, and they're just like, done. Like, have you ever gotten beaten so bad in fantasy that you just... Like if you have people on Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football, you just bench them because you're like, what's the point? It's what I know the tiebreakers go by total points, so it makes sense to keep them in. But I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, Bengals certainly got after it. Carolina, it got so bad that they had to bench PJ Walker and to put in Baker. That's how bad things got, man. The Bengals 5-4, they're gonna be fine. Next up, number 3, Packers are trash. They've lost 5 games in a row. 5 games in a row. You know, Rodgers threw 3 picks. They're 3-6 on the season. 2 picks in the red zone, by the way. One when he was targeting David Bakhtiari. Like, you had 9 points. You had 9 points against the Lions. Just, you hate to see it. Things are falling apart. Injuries are racking up and stacking up. Rodgers is clearly the issue. They want to run the ball. They can't run the ball. They can't do diddly poo. Just hate to see it, man. Could it be possible, since the Lions have the leg up in the tiebreaker now against the Packers, could the Packers fall all the way down to the bottom of the division? I mean, the Bears are starting to get things together. Maybe the Lions can bounce back too. It's possible, man, because looking at the Packers schedule, it's not going to be easy for them. Next up, number 4, the Colts should tank. Sam Ehlinger is not it. Could have told you that by watching him at Texas, and the Patriots just shellacked him. We're going to need more wax. Like, imagine how ugly this game could have been if Mac Jones was any good at football. But the Colts, they're in a tough spot because after Andrew Luck abruptly retired, they tried the gong show. You know, they had Jabroni Brisket, they had Phillip Rivers, they had Matt Ryan, they had Carson Wentz. All right, so it's not working. And they need to find their true blue franchise quarterback in the draft. And it's a good draft for a quarterback. I mean, Will Levis would look really, really good in Colts blue, man. He already looks good in blue and white, being the pride of Kentucky, or getting C.J. Stroud, or getting Bryce Young, etc. Or Richardson would make sense. Hooker, possibly, even though Hooker's 85 years old. So I think they need... I'm not saying they should tank because it's impossible, because players always play hard, coaches always coach hard, but if they found a way to lose all their games, that may be beneficial for this team, because Indianapolis, I mean, they're fantastic fans, they have a great stadium, and they deserve better than this, because whatever the hell this is, it ain't working. And also, Jonathan Taylor-Thomas may be the largest fantasy football bust in recent memory. Like, he was the consensus number 1 overall pick, and yeah, I mean, injuries and ineffectiveness. Number 5, Jets upsetting the Buffalo Bills as 12.5, 13-point underdogs, 20-17. Giant killers had a fantastic game plan for Josh Allen. Sauce Gardner is a star. Like, we knew it at Cincinnati. It's why he went so high in the draft. We coveted him, even though the Vikings had zero chance of reaching him. And the Jets under our guy Rob Salah, that defense is absolutely legit. They're getting after things, and I mean, the Jets are going to be a problem. I mean, Joe Douglas, respect. White Suge Knight has assembled a really good football team. They're deep. They're able to weather injuries. And, I mean, Buffalo's got some issues right now. Like, they can't run the football. I mean, but they traded for Nyheim Hines. He's a third down back. He's not going to be a guy who carries the mail between the tackles. And Josh Allen, Josh Allen's your leading rusher, that's a problem. And yeah, if Josh Allen is your entire offense, and when he's off, your entire team is off. I mean, Sauce locked down Diggs for the most part. The defense has issues. I mean, Zach Wilson actually looked competent. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Next up, number 6. Oh, the Vikings beat the Bills on Sunday. It's happening. The Raiders are dead. D-E-D, dead. So, they're 2-6. And also, this is their third 17-point lead that they blew. And Jacksonville came roaring all the way back. Trevor Lawrence and company, just getting it done. Travis Etienne helping lead the way. And the Raiders, even though Devontae had like a $148, 10 catches for $148 and 2 touchdowns, something like that. It's not working. And they have studs. They have Devontae. They have Max Crosby, but this ain't it. This ain't it, man. So, I mean, could McDaniels be a one and done? I doubt it. But I mean, this Raiders team, like, they vacillate between blowing leads and being non-competitive. That's not good, man. Next up, number 7. Seahawks will remain a phenomenal story. So Gino and the Seahawks go out and get a win, 31-21 in division down in Arizona. Walker the third, a $109 and 2 touchdowns. Just Kenneth Walker getting after him at the Pride of Michigan State, man. Running hard. Also, Gino threw for 2 touchdowns as well. DK is getting in the mix. And the Seahawks are having fun. I mean, it's like they're playing with house money. They're 6-3. They're leading the NFC West. And as the rest of the NFC West is sort of decaying, I mean, the Niners had the bye, which they sorely needed, as well as, you know, the Rams lost. The obviously, you know, Cardinals lost as well. So, I mean, Seattle, Gino, Pete, they're doing it their way. Kind of love it, man. Next up, number 8. Also, Gino's a great story because Gino was written off but didn't write back. That was a fantastic line, but people did write him off because he was part of the Jets when the Jets were really bad. And, you know, he came in a second-round pick, and it didn't work out. But Gino, he throws a good ball. He's a pretty good leader. His teammates love him, and I don't know. That's all you need as a quarterback. Number 8, the Cardinals are imploding. So Nuke and Kyler going at it. And now, I mean, it's coming out that Nuke was teams were actively pursuing Nuke at the trade deadline, which would have made a lot of sense. I mean, I would have paid the money. We would have started GoFundMe for the Viking salary cap. Just Nuke Hopkins with Justin Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson and Thielen and KJ. Let's go, man. But yeah, you saw it before, like the bickering between Cliff and Kyler on the sidelines, and the common denominator is no one's getting along with Kyler. And Kyler is great as an improvisational Fran Tarkenton quarterback, but is he the face of your franchise? Is he a guy that can lead you to the promised land? It's something that they have to decide. Well, they already decided because they paid him all the money, so it's sort of whatever. So I think Nuke could get traded. I think that Kingsbury's going to get fired, and things aren't well in Arizona right now. I think the Vikings broke them. Next up, number 9, Tom effing Brady does it again. So the Bucs had lost 3 in a row, 4 if you count Giselle. And, I mean, the Bucs offense struggled all day. And Brady and his receivers, even like Godwin struggled, had a couple drops. But down 13-9, 60 yards to go, 35 seconds, Tom Brady just punches it in the end zone, man. The rookie tight end, Kate Otten, just beautiful. I mean, it's just one of those things where Rodgers and the Packers are dead, but I will never bet against Tom Brady. I mean, he's got 7 rings for a reason. You know what's insane? Just say Tom Brady's been to 10 Super Bowls. Just insane. Just absolutely insane, man. So, you know, the Bucs are back in the lead in terms of the NFC South. I don't think that they would be scary come playoff time, but it's still Tom Brady. Still Tom freaking Brady, man. And also next year, when he signs as a free agent with the Niners and takes Jimmy G's job, the Niners are going to be tough, man. Even though Tom Brady's like dink and dunking 2 yards down the field, it's all you need with McCaffrey and Debo, man. Lastly, number 10, King Henry still reigns. So it's halftime currently, Tennessee versus Kansas City. Tennessee's leading 14-9. Now this could go completely pear-shaped, and trust me, Patrick Mahomes could win this game 54-14. Don't care. But King Henry, 2 rushing touchdowns. This a week after he put up 202 against the Texans. So it's amazing how he does it too, man, because the Tennessee Titans have a rookie quarterback, and they have 0 receivers, and everyone knows Henry's going to get the ball, and he can still run it. It's just amazing. Just amazing, man. Football's fun, especially when your team is 7-1. That's right, babe. But that's it. That's 10 things we learned week 9. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But to next time, Skull Production Value.